Hello guys, JB here. We're gonna go over a quick analysis throughout these pairs over here. We have the gold, we have Euro USD, AUD USD, New Zealand USD, GBP USD, GBP JPY, and USD CHF, right? Major pairs only. Alright, so the idea is to make sure that we go through an analysis throughout all of these pairs, from a top-down analysis from the daily time frame, and then we can find out what are the best setups or best entry points to make some profits over here. All right, so make sure that if you desire, you can just post your charts, right? This is something that we're going to be doing on a daily basis. So most likely you're going to be taking a look at the recording of this video. So when you do, make sure that you know that for the next day, if you are able to join us, you can share your analysis for your charts, and then we can make sure that you have or you receive some kind of feedback. All right. So most of the analysis that we are going to make over here are only price action based. All right. So we don't provide any other type of analysis like Elliott waves or anything like that. Just price action, pure price action. So we're going to make sure that we all learn and yeah, that we all analyze these pairs based on this method, the price action method. All right. So if you have questions, just don't bother. Don't be afraid of making your questions. All right. Okay. So let's start. I think it would be a lot easier to start from the Euro USD onward. Maybe Euro USD, AUD USD, and then we could go to USD CHF, right? Which is pretty similar to the Euro USD one, just the contrary movement, right? The opposite movement. And let's leave gold for the last pair to analyze. All right, so we have to make sure that we go through a top-down analysis from the daily time frame. It is actually not super easy to make sure that we make the proper analysis on our charts, but it's very likely that if we do that, I mean, if we follow the top-down analysis, we're gonna find higher probability setups. All right, so we are going to be talking about lots of price action and trading principles. Not only about price action, but also about trading, risk management, psychology, finances. All right, so everything involved in trading for us to make sure that we have what we need to be successful in trading. All right. So for example, here we have the Euro USD, right? And from here, from this perspective, we can see very, very clear levels. This is the daily time frame. And remember that the daily time frame, it has all of the participants already in the market. I mean, everybody has played their own cards. Everybody has done their own part in the market. So what we're looking at right now is the movement of the Euro USD without manipulation, right? This is it, right? So that's why many people love trading the daily time frame, because this time frame doesn't have any type of manipulation from the market. And from here, we're gonna start with our top-down analysis. Of course, I can start from the weekly time frame, but I think that's not very useful, especially because personally I trade mostly the 30-minute time frame. And from the weekly, it turns out to be a very, very long analysis and not very accurate, right? So from the daily, it's great. For me, it's just good enough. All right, so from the daily time frame, we can go top down, and from here we start drawing our key levels. So what are our key levels? And this is something that many traders have questions about, which is where or how should I draw my key levels, right? In reality, it's not very hard. I personally believe it's very, very straightforward. I do believe it is very, very easy. So we have to make sure that we just connect the pivot points, right? So for example, this is a pivot point. The price was coming down and then just went up, right? This is another pivot point, another here, right? This is another one. This is another one, right? And we have the upper ones, like this one over here, right? Of course, in the middle, we have other pivot points like this one and this one, because the price is never going to go up forever and then come down. It always has this type of pullbacks, little pullbacks, right? So in this case, we're taking a look at the daily chart of the Euro USD and we have to understand, okay, how am I going to draw my key levels so I may spot the places where I will be looking for a good trade, a good position, right? So again, pivot points. So this is a pivot point and this is another one, right? So I think I'm gonna just start the Zoom call for me to draw for you guys. It might be easier to make money in trading.